Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to say all praises, honor, and glory be to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well. And Shalom to the hopeful elect, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And a few sisters that listen and learn also. And, just wanted to add, more logs to the fire, or to the more fuel to the fire, if you will. Just further going into the video that I did before about patience. And I actually, didn't get to read the last two verses in Sirach, the second chapter that I wanted to read, which actually, comes with a great deal of edification as well. All right, and it reads, let me just start from Sirach 2 and 12. It says, "Woe be to fearful hearts and faint hands, and the sinner that goeth two ways. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted." And in the last video, I already explained that the word woe means destruction. And, when I brought out the scripture in Proverbs about, if thou art faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. All right. But the elect are not going to faint in the day of adversity, because the elect are not going to be deceived. Okay. They're not going to give in. They're not going to fold in the hour of temptation. They're not just going to say, okay, look, just give me the chip, give me the mark. All right, and let me wait for my destruction from the Lord. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to endure unto the end. No, and they're going to have patience, and they're going to possess their souls with their patience. All right, as the scripture says, "In your patience possess ye your souls," which again I read that in the last video. All right, verse 13: "Woe unto him that is faint-hearted," and the Hebrew word for the word heart is lab, which means the mind. Right? It says, "For he believeth not." For he believeth not, and that's the key. All right, without the faith, it is impossible to please the Lord. Right. So if you don't believe, what does the scripture speak about those that don't believe? The scripture says, "For what if some did not believe?" Right, in Romans 3 and 3. "Shall the unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect?" All right. In fact, let me get it. Let me get that scripture real quick. We can leave that one up here, and we can get that in Romans chapter 3 verse 3, right? It says, "For what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of Yahweh without effect?" Yeah, so their unbelief ain't going to do shit. All right? When it comes to the prophecy of these scriptures, these prophecies are going to play off no matter what. All right? Yahweh Shai is still going to come back, no matter, despite the amount of unbelievers on the face of the earth. The Lord is still going to come back and lay this place down. All right? Lay this place waste. Take vengeance. And he's not going to meet Esau as a man. All right, and in doing so, the Lord's also going to judge his people, like it tells you in Hebrews 10 and 30. All right, the scripture goes on to say in Hebrews 10 and 31 that is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. All right, and that's when all the unbelievers, they're going to stop their mouths, man. They're going to realize, oh shit, we're in trouble. All right, the scripture says, "Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them." It says, "Most High forbid, yea, let Yahweh be true, but every man a liar." So all these unbelieving liars that you see walking around with the pride of life, do as thou wilt spirit, okay, they're all going to be made, and shown, right, that they are liars, especially when it comes to the scriptures, professing things that they know not of. Catching yourself reading from the scriptures, talking like the scriptures, or trying to debunk the scriptures with all these philosophies of men. And guess what? You're going to be made and you're going to be shown to be a liar, man. Okay, it says that thou mightest, and as it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings and mightest overcome when thou art judged. So when we're judged, guess what? We want to be defended by the Lord. Okay, it says that's what is Ezekiel 9 and 4 goes into the mark of exemption, the dawah. The word for mark in Ezekiel 9 and 4 means exemption from judgment. All right, but unto the others are going to get smitten by the Lord. Okay, they're going to be slain utterly, both old, young, maids, and little children. Remember, we're about to go into a time like no other since there was a nation. It's Jacob's trouble, man. But we have to be patient, all right, for the Lord to come and exact his vengeance, man. And we're in line, and we're in direct, how can I say, agreement with what Yahweh Shai is about to come back to do. Like it says in Isaiah 66 and 15. Okay, the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right, when you read further down. All right, so let's go back into verse 13 in Sirach 2. Because I just wanted to, quickly add, remember, a couple more verses on the video that I did, right? So I ain't going to make this too long. It says, "Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not Therefore shall he not be defended. All right, and we want to be defended in these last days, man. That's exactly what, in fact, the scriptures speak about. Hide thyself in thy chambers until the indignation, shut thy doors about thee until the indignation be overpast. Okay. Let me see if I can get that scripture. Hide thyself. All right, I believe it's Isaiah. Yep, the Wadi Halbashim Yahushai. Isaiah 26:20. It says, "Come, my people." All right, and who are the Lord's people? The Israelites. All right, namely the elect. All right, in these last days that are repenting and that believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that's who's going to get saved in these last days. The election have obtained it and the rest were blinded, right? It says, enter thou into thy chambers and shut thy doors about thee. Just like in the time of Noah when the Lord sealed the ark, and Noah and his sons and their women were saved. 8 souls, man. Okay, and the scriptures speak about just like in the time of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. All right, nothing new under the sun. And just like there was a remnant there that was saved, there's going to be a remnant according to the election in these last days, man, that are going to be saved. All right, and the elect are going to keep that patience. Okay, it says, and hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpast. Okay, until the indignation be overpast. And that's when we hope that we're going to be defended, man. All right, the exemption from judgment. And we're going to be hidden from the destruction. Okay, it says, for behold, the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood, and shall no more cover her slain. And the slain of the Lord shall be many, man. All right, so the Lord is going to punish the inhabitants of the earth. And the scriptures speak about, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Okay, you ain't going to be defended in that day, man. Okay, if you didn't believe what we were saying, that the apostles have been teaching and the elders have been teaching out there for years, if you don't believe in these prophecies, you will not be defended in these last days, man. Okay, it says verse 14 in Sirach 2, this is the one I wanted to read, right? It says, woe unto you that have lost patience. Okay, and remember, we went into that word patience. The word patience meant what? The quality of being willing to bear adversities, calm endurance or of misfortune and suffering. Okay, if you don't have that firm and unyielding nature about you, right? If you don't have that stability, if you ain't hard, if you haven't been made hard, okay, if you haven't been tried and tested, and pretty much if you're not willing to bear the adversities, during the hour of temptation and suffering to the end, even if you're faced with death, then guess what? You throw in the towel, then guess what? You're not going to be defended, man. All right? And destruction awaits you. That's why it says, woe unto you that have lost patience. Okay? Which we just broke down the word patience, man. All right? Which goes back to suffering, man. All kinds of misfortunes. All right? And what will ye do when the Lord shall visit you? And what's the Lord going to come back when he visits this place? What's he going to do when he comes back and visits this place? Okay? Let me go ahead, since I mentioned it, let me go ahead and read that in Isaiah 66. Okay? Woe be unto you that desire the day of the Lord. It says, verse 15 in Isaiah 66 says, for behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many. So that's what the Lord is coming back to do. All right, so if the Lord's coming back to slay certain of the people on the earth, many people on the earth, right, then wouldn't you want to be defended by the Lord? Right? Or do you want to be on the other side? Because remember, the scripture said in Luke 19:27, all right, and these are the words in the scriptures, man. We ain't lying. This is actually what's going to happen. Guys going to be getting put to death by the Lord. Right? It says verse 27, but those mine enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring hither and slay them before me. So all the enemies of the Lord, the scoffers and scorners of our own nation even, right? The Lord said he's going to laugh at your calamity and mock when your fear cometh, man. All right, all those that fell out, they couldn't, they didn't finish. They put their hand to the plow. They looked back. They went back into the ways of the world. They lost patience, man. They were not willing or able to suffer, right? They were not calm, right? Calmly enduring the misfortunes and the sufferings, man. Okay? They didn't submit to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay? They wanted to do their own thing. Okay? So therefore, the Lord is not going to defend them when he comes back. All right, and that's what I wanted to just do, this quick top up lesson here. Warn to you that have lost patience. Okay, so this is gonna be like a part 2 because I really wanted to get this last, these last couple verses in that last video that I did, man, just to add more fuel to the fire, so to speak. All right, so with that, man, I pray you were edified. Till the next time, I say shalom.